Tough one tonight. But I'm so proud of our young ladies. I'm just telling you, it seems like every time we make a step forward, then, you know, something happens to challenge us. But being experienced, I do understand that challenges like this will help us in the long run, and there are a lot of things that we can build off of, a lot of things we can be proud of, especially with you know, our point guard not being present today.
What do you attribute the second half coming out so strong in the second half to?
I was their point guard. So I just knew we had to try to weather the storm in the first half because, you know, we didn't find out that Mimi didn't get hurt in practice. Mimi got hurt coming out of the bathroom. That's how Mimi got a concussion. So we had no idea that this was gonna happen until, you know, right as we're prepping. And so that just put us in a situation that we really, our young ladies, I knew it would be an adjustment for us. And we've been down by a lot in the Virgin Islands, and we've been back in the game. So I didn't have to make anyone believe that we can get back in the game. We just knew we had to settle down, and I asked them to give their all on the defensive end and hold them to 10 points in the third, and they did.
What type of growth have you seen from the beginning of the season to now?
Parrish, I mean, tremendous. First of all, where has Shendrika been? You know, here's where she's been. She's been hurt. She's going on the brace. Then she had a revelation that she didn't need the brace anymore, and then she had a lot going on. And then I got to play her at the point today, you know? So it's growth in that. Jalea has been steadily improving every game. You know, Gabby is a bright spot, and even through Crystal's bad play today, this will be a great learning lesson for her moving forward. And I'm just proud of our team. I mean, we got to figure out the rebounding, guys. We have to figure out the rebounding. You know, that rebound we gave up at the free throw line, that was key. And I think that broke our backs.
What did they do to kind of have Crystal off her game tonight?
Well, Crystal better get used to it because no one's just going to let her walk in the game and have 26 points. But I think, you know, maybe it was them who opened the bathroom door. Or Mimi said that's what they did. I had to put Crystal in a lot of uncomfortable positions. And so I welcome it because she needs to grow, and that's what we're going to use this non-conference for. Like I said before, guys, I'm sorry, like we can't, right now, like wins are not as important as putting pieces together and learning because we have to learn. When would we learn? The last 4 games that we've played, you had a team that was in the national championship, and the last 3 were in the WNIT, and then this team was in the semifinals that lost a game just like this. So they learned, they had their lesson a year ago. They brought everybody back. And so I'm encouraged because we're going to be able to move forward from this.
How do you feel like y'all defended? You held them pretty well below all of their season marks.
Yeah. That was a plan. That was a plan. You know, I challenged our staff. I thought, as a staff, they did a great job of getting together with me and us coming up with a game plan. To be honest, the last 48 hours, I probably had 4 hours of sleep because I really wanted to put our players in the best position possible, and my staff as well. And so we really felt good about our game plan defensively. And I think we're one of you know, we're a pretty good defensive team, you know, so we just have to get our offense to click, and I promise you guys it'll come, you know. I said, oh, Dreek's coming, and then Crystal does show up, and then, you know, but one night it will all click, you know, and that's when you'll see us start to get some wins.
Talk about those last 4 games, obviously 4 really tough games in a row, and you got better and better as those games went on. How do you continue to move that forward as you go into the next few games?
Oh, yeah, I mean, just we look at every game as a championship game, to be honest with you. You know, we're going to watch film on this tomorrow, and then we're going to move forward because we have another championship to play. And the reason why we've embraced that mentality is because right now we can't make excuses. We can't listen to the numbers. If you looked at the numbers, this TCU team was supposed to beat us at least by 20, and then our point guard goes down. You know, I mean, easily. But we don't look at those things because we don't concern ourselves if the stats or people think the team is better. We just know that at the night of the game that we need to be better, and that's what we strive to do. So every game is March Madness for us.
Can you walk us through what the plan was on those last couple of offensive possessions?
Yeah, so the play when Crystal turned the ball over, you know, she's very strong going to her right, and I wanted her to center the ball so she can come off her right hand because she wasn't going to come off. She was going to reject it and go to the basket. We were in the bonus. And there was just a little panic there, you know, and she tried to make a play, and we just fumbled the ball. Unfortunately, I wanted us to get the timeout, but you know, I want us to get the jump because we had the possession, but they got the timeout. And then the last play that was designed for Lacaris to get the shot for staggered, and then she pops. And Lacaris makes big shots, so if Crystal or Drake wasn't gonna get it, then I definitely because we didn't have Mimi to bring the ball down, you know, it took away from Crystal and Drake to get it. But the last 2 minutes of the game, our execution was horrendous. I would call it timeout, dress them up, and that's not what I drew up. So that's because, you know, our players, this is the first time they've been in that position. But I can assure you this will be something that they'll grow from.
You talked about the rebounds, how you've been, that's kind of been a struggle for most of the season. What can you do in practice over the next few days going into the Jacksonville State game to try and improve that and maybe get a really good game on Sunday?
You know, I may be wrong with this thought process, but I just believe rebounding is a want-to, not so much as a skill. Now, to be honest, tonight, we knew we would get beat on the boards because of our defensive positioning. And but we didn't want to get beat on the boards at the free throw line. You know, those things is just having a want-to. So, you know, I just believe you have to show the players, and because a rebound is either you want it or I want it, and someone's going to get it, and we just have to get tougher in that aspect.
When was Mimi's accident in the bathroom?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday. So.
It wasn't like right before the game.
No.
Is she gonna be back Sunday?
We're not sure. You know, I'm up for the challenge if she isn't. You know, I'm up for the challenge. I don't think that it would hurt us either way. You know, we need this type of experience to have the type of success that I believe that we'll have in conference. I'm just telling you, like, if we keep growing and keep getting better, you know, we're gonna supersede expectations. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna go to the NCAA tournament, guys. What I'm saying is, you know, I doubt we'll be 1-15.
Anything else? All right,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Coach.